read a little bit of a biography about each one of them. Sean Smith, first of all, Information Management Officer, born 1978, grew up in the Claremont neighborhood of San Diego, California. He was an only child. He graduated from Mission Bay High School in 1995, enlisted in the United States Air Force the same year. He served 6 years as a ground radio maintenance specialist, promoted to staff sergeant, joined the Foreign Service and lived in the Netherlands with his wife Heather and 2 children, Samantha and Nathan. Ambassador John Christopher Stevens, born April 18, 1960, Grass Valley, California, graduated Piedmont High School, 1977. He earned a Bachelor of Arts in History from the University of California, Berkeley in 1982. He taught English in Morocco as a Peace Corps volunteer, 1983 to 1985. He graduated with a Juris Doctorate from the University of California, Hastings School of Law in 1989. He received an MS from the National War College in 2010. He spoke English, Arabic, and French. He joined the Foreign Service in 1991 and served in Jerusalem, Damascus, and Cairo. He served in Libya 2 times, Deputy Chief of Mission, 2007 to 2009, and a Special Representative to the National Transitional Council in 2011. He was U.S. Ambassador to Libya, May 2012. Tyrone Snowden Woods, former Navy SEAL, born January 15, 1971 in Portland, Oregon. He graduated Oregon City High School in 1989. He served 20 years service in the Navy, Navy SEAL in 2005. He retired was awarded the Bronze Star. He retired a Chief Petty Officer in 2007. He served in Iraq, Afghanistan, the Middle East, and Central America. After the Navy, he joined the State Department as part of the diplomatic security. He served in Central America and the Middle East. He was also a registered nurse and a certified paramedic, serving in the Naval Medical Center in San Diego, California. He's survived by his wife, Dr. Dorothy Navarez Woods, and 3 children, Tyrone Jr., Hunter, and Kai, born just a few months before Benghazi. Glenn Anthony Doherty, former Navy SEAL, born July 10, 1970. He's a native of Winchester, Massachusetts. He graduated Winchester High School in 1988. He became a pilot from Embry-Riddle Aeronautic University. He later joined the Navy. He served as a Navy SEAL in Afghanistan and Iraq. Left the Navy in 2005 as a Petty Officer First Class. He worked for a private security company serving in Iraq, Afghanistan, Israel, Kenya, and Libya. He was a contractor for the State Department in Libya, and he co-authored the book, The 21st Century Sniper. I don't know if you've ever heard Charles Woods, the father of Navy SEAL Tyrone Woods, speak. It's something to listen to him. He asked for 2 things. One is he wants to know why help was never sent to his son. And second, he requests for truth, justice, and forgiveness. A man gave his son, and he's still looking for forgiveness. He requested that it wouldn't be made political because it would dishonor his son's life and his son's death. It's been nearly 9 months, folks. The attack on our consulate or mission or whatever we're going to call it, it's been almost 9 months. What has this father received from our government? I'll tell you what he's received. Silence. Last Sunday was Father's Day. Charles Woods, with the other family members, received the gift of silence from our administration. And it was gift wrapped by our media with the same silence out there. Nothing to see here, folks. 20 to 30 of us gathered here 2 months ago for the first one of these, so we would break the silence. Today, I'm happy to say we're a few more proud and a lot more loud. We know that our consulate was attacked 9/11, and it started at 21:42 Libyan time. We know that there was supposed to be a Supreme Security Council car out in front of that gate 24/7. Guess what time it left, folks? 21:42 Libyan time. Guess what time the shots started? Same time, folks. Just a coincidence. We know we know that the Supreme Security Council police officer was caught across the street at 6:45 the morning of the attack, taking pictures of the consulate. We also know that pleas were made for the security, and the concerns were voiced as to the dependability and the allegiance of the local security force as early as March of 2012 these started. These were numerous dispatches sent from Embassy Tripoli to the Secretary of State. We know that when the question of help surfaces, the Mediterranean Sea is home of the Navy's 6th Fleet, and Sigonella, Sicily, has a naval air station 469 miles from Benghazi. We know that Ambassador Chris Stevens walked a Turkish diplomat to the gate of the consulate just an hour or so prior to the attack. Would this have been done if a protest was going on? I don't think so. We know that Ambassador Stevens called Greg Hicks, the deputy in Tripoli, to tell him we are under attack. This would not have done if it been happening if it was just a protest. We know that an hour and a half into the attack, there was a drone overhead. Washington was getting this real time. Where are the tapes? We know that Susan Rice made her speech 4 to 5 days after the attack and blamed the incident on a video, saying that it was spontaneously stemmed from a protest when all this information was available. We know that the Libyan president was called at the time of the attack. But that's why we're here today. I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican. There are some good people out there trying to find answers here. But it's got to come from us, as Pat told you, as Jack told you. It's got to come from the grassroots. We've got to help them. So light those candles, wear the awareness bands and the buttons. And most of all, like I said, organize events. Get more of these going across the country. Let Benghazi become the thing, the ugly sore that just won't go away for this administration. I would just like to read one thing. It's a poem from someone anonymous. 4 brave men went to Benghazi, serving their country in a land untamed. If things got bad, America would send help, the help that never came. On 9/11, our consulate was attacked, billowing black smoke and flames. A call went out for some help. The annex was the help that came. They first found Sean Smith. Death by smoke they did blame. The survivors returned to the annex. A team from Tripoli was the help that came. A firefight on the annex rooftop, the lives of 2 brave SEALs it would claim. They fought knowing that help was coming, the help that never came. There were orders to stand down. The excuses were all too lame. But for the 4 dead Americans, it meant help that never came. 4 days later, we heard from the UN ambassador. A senseless video was to blame. But we still covered up the fact there was help that never came. We heard what difference does it make anyway from a woman who has the fame. It matters to the family of the 4. They hoped for answers that never came. And how about our media? They treat it like it's a big game. They gave their lives for you and me, praying for help that never came.
GrokTV.